Good morning. Today is March 21st. I'm working on the Datsun today and hopefully I could get something done. Currently we're like in the middle of this whole coronavirus thing going on, so a lot of businesses are closed or limited hours and whatnot. So hopefully I could get something done today. I got these guys in the mail. I ordered these from Lonely Driver Co. on Instagram. It's a stainless steel version and a brass key. They're pricey but really neat, so hopefully I can go ahead and get these cut. I did see on their Instagram that a lot of locksmiths don't want to cut these anymore because they're steel or something along those lines, and they're moving over to brass keys. So hopefully I can find somewhere that's open and willing to cut this one for me today. I'm first going to go ahead and uncover the Datsun and figure out how to remove the trunk lock cylinder and go from there. Okay, so I have no idea how to take this off. Looking at the hatch, there are, it's like 10 millimeters for the actual latch section of it, and the cylinder is right above that. So I need to somehow, I don't know. Oh, okay. It's like one of those pushing clips. Boy, I'm over here stressing out thinking it's gonna be like a really hard project. Okay, you guys, so let me go ahead and take that off real quick, and then I will update you guys afterwards. Okay, you guys, so it is out. I did end up taking off the locking mechanism. It was just two 10 millimeter bolts, and once that comes out, it just literally falls out. And this is all that holds on the locking mechanism. This guy just kind of, the hatch metals here, this guy just inserts here, and that's what keeps it from being able to be removed. So you just gotta use some pliers and grab this little lip and yank it out. It was kind of stuck on there, so I did insert a screwdriver and pry it on this end as I yanked on the other end and kind of just released it. Hopefully the next clip should be me returning from a locksmith that's willing to rekey this for me and cut the keys. We'll update soon. So, change of plans. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anybody who was willing to cut the keys and rekey the cylinder today. Apparently this car, I guess, is so old, they need something special to redo it. I did get a couple names of people to call Monday, and they told me that I could swing by Monday and they would give it a shot. But, I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's going to have to wait a couple days. I'll update later on to see just how well these guys work and go from there. I mean, they're really cool, and it's a shame. I really wanted to go ahead and get these cut and use them today, but it is what it is. So it's still Saturday. I still want to do something with the car. I don't want to just waste a day and do something else, so I figured I might as well go ahead and try to save the shift knob. This guy came with the car. The top of it was missing, and it has these ridges cut out of it, both sides. So I mean, it's not really, it's shoddy looking. Even the thread insert's kind of starting to slip out. So I figured I might as well try to save it, and worst case scenario, I'll just buy another one. But I mean, it'd be neat to save this guy and have this knowing that it came with the car. So I don't want to mix new epoxy in the back, so I do have this laying around. It's 1 minute epoxy. The only thing is, I think this guy might dry, like, it says clear, but I think it like yellows over time. So I will add graphite to this and see how that turns out. Hopefully I can save this. Okay, so here's what the shift knob looks like. I went ahead and I pulled out the thread insert and kind of cleaned up the old epoxy that was on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some blue painter's tape just to like mask off the groove after I put the epoxy in. Hopefully it dries pretty well. So I mean, again, worst case scenario, this doesn't work out and I'll just buy a new one. But I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of graphite to it. That way whenever it dries black versus clear. That way if it does yellow, I mean, it'll, I don't know, in my head, it won't look as bad. And let's see how this works out. Hi everyone, so today is March 22nd. It's actually the next day. Just updating you guys on the shift knob. I went ahead and I scrapped that epoxy I was using yesterday. It wasn't hardening up all the way, so I went into my back room and found some Loctite epoxy I had. So I mixed that up and used that. Go ahead and take this off real quick. So here's what the shift knob looks like after using it. So I mean, you can see it's just black epoxy down the center. So I sanded all that stuff down, I stained it, and then I sprayed it with just a quick coat of clear. So I mean, it looks a lot nicer than what it did before. It was like splintering off, and like you guys saw, the thread insert was starting to like come out. It's not perfect. I mean, if you could see, the emblem's kind of like lopsided. It doesn't sit in all the way. But I mean, it's a lot nicer than what it was. So I'm happy with it. I think I'm gonna use this for a while. I don't know if I'll ever get a new one, but I mean, I'm happy with it for now. Also, I decided to just go ahead and send it, and I went to Home Depot and I got one of the keys cut. They don't cut steel keys, just brass keys. So I went ahead and I got the brass key cut. So here's what that looks like. So I'm happy with it. It looks really cool. I feel like it's starting to patina also. I mean, it's starting to have like some little like fingerprints that don't come off anymore, like scratches here and there. So I feel like it's gonna look really cool like with age. Surprisingly, I mean, I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews about getting keys cut at Home Depot. So I got that cut, and I mean, so far everything seems great. The only bad thing is I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow to go get the other key cut at, I think they called it Snyder's or something, a local like bike shop that does keys, and hopefully I could get the cylinder rekeyed. But I mean, here's what the key looks like. I mean, works great. They do have a disclaimer on their website that the brass key is a little bit more softer metal, so it might bend and scratch and whatnot. So I just gotta be careful with it. But I mean, I'm really happy with it. Cool, awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I'll go ahead and update you guys in a couple days after I get the lock cylinder rekeyed, or whatever that term is, redone for the car. And here's just the final shot of what the shift knob looks like. It looks cool. I mean, it doesn't just stand out on the car anymore. It's like a shoddy looking shifter. Cool. Thanks again for watching. Also, I forgot to ask, what do you guys use for your oil? Like, what weight for your S30s, and how many quarts? So I think I might have rod knock. I hope I don't. I'm just still kind of holding out, hoping it's just an exhaust leak. But I was looking into it, and I can't really find a definite answer on what oil to use. So I have 1030 written on the Datsun. I think I have 5 quarts. The engine's out of a ZX. So I know it does have an oil cooler, but from what I've seen online, it still only calls for like 4.8, 4.9 quarts. So I don't know if my gauges work or not. I mean, they don't work, so I don't know if either they don't work because they're just broken or something, or maybe because they're not getting the right signal, they're not plugged in or whatnot. So if you guys could tell me like what oil you use and how much, that'd be great. Maybe some peace of mind. But other than that, again, thanks for watching.